Hey everybody, this is Ariel Posen. Today I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite H9 settings that I use on my latest record Headway, and therefore I use them live quite a bit. You can really get lost with it, as a session musician as well. Basically anytime I'm doing a recording for somebody, I pull out my phone and I have every effect known to man basically there if I want it. When I'm playing live though, I only really switch between a few, and I thought it'd be cool to show you the few regular ones that I use. So to start off, I find it really useful to have backup sounds of other pedals I might be using, so maybe a spare reverb, a spare slap delay, a spare long delay, just things like that in case, hey, my pedal goes down, at least I have a backup of that sound ready to go just in case. So I thought I'd show you some of those first. I kind of name these just so I remember what to call them, and they're all presets and algorithms that I've kind of tweaked to sound the way I wanted them to. This first one I call Hall Reverb. As you can guess, probably like a Hall Reverb. So without it, sounds like this. With it, there's also a slap delay, so without it, with it, now I want to show you specific sounds that I use live regularly, and these are all on my record too. So the first one is this filter sound. At least that's what I call it. The algorithm was mod filter, and I took it and made some tweaks just so it sounded a little warmer and touch sensitive, so it's really dynamic when you hit it. Some of the songs on my record that you will hear this sound on are Heart by Heart, Carry Me Home, What Are We Doing Here? So I'll just show you what that sounds like without it. And then with it. Now I like to put on a separate slap. Now I know that you can't do two effects at the same time, so I'm just going to throw on some slap here. Now another one that you heard, I keep the same filter sound, but I throw a little bit of extra reverb on it, is a song called Carry Me Home, and it sounds like this. So I really like that sound because it just paints the notes really nicely, and it just gives you a little bit more soft attack, yet really dynamic because it's so responsive to the notes that you do play. Okay, another sound that I really like is, basically I call it room, and what it's doing is it's emulating the sound of a room mic. So let's say you're in the studio and you have two microphones on a cabinet, but you keep a microphone at the very other end of the room so you can get just the sound of the space. There's a preset on the H9 that does that sound really well, and sometimes I just love the sound of it, and I typically kick that on for this solo in a song called What Are We Doing Here. So there is some extra fuzz on it, but I'm going to show you what it sounds like without the sound. And then if I kick it on, So as you can tell, it's just got this really distant sound to it. Without it, it's almost like the difference of having a microphone right up to your amp and one without it. So live, that acts as a cool substitute when you can't actually put a microphone at the end of a club. Okay, lastly, an effect that I use a lot on the record and live is the Leslie effect on the H9. I use a modified version of the stock one. A little bit is my own, whatever just sounded good to me. Just trying to find a sound that's natural and, you know, sounds like a Leslie speaker. You can hear it on songs like the solo of Now I See. You can hear it on the choruses of Did You See It Coming? I'll Be Finding You. Let me just show you what those sound like. So the solo for Now I See is just overdrive, and with it on, here's without. Kick it on, it's got this. Here's what the choruses of Did You See It Coming sound like. So I hope you enjoyed a little insight on how I use my H9, and we'll see you down the road.